Hello everyone, Jules here. XCOM is one of my favorite games, and surely its success has inspired a lot of new modern turn-based strategy games that implemented familiar gameplay design. And so I thought, hey, what if I make a recommendation for games that is similar or at least spiritually connected to the XCOM series? With that in mind, this list is not implementing the ranking system. So I hope you can enjoy this video more as references than focusing on the ranking itself.
Omar, is it?
Speaking of XCOM-like games, I want to introduce you to the best platform for buying games in this modern era, and it's called Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is the perfect place for you to shopping games these days. Your transactions are legit, fast, and their supports are ready 24/7, so you don't need to worry about anything. You think that was it? Not even close. They have lots of games for your favorite platforms, and they have the best deals as well. Instead of cutting your budget for lunch to buy new games, why not try Instant Gaming and eat healthy as well? All you have to do is just click my link in the description below, start searching for your favorite games, and use the activation code on your chosen platforms. By using my link, you're not only saving tons of money, but also helping me to support this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list. Miasma Chronicles is a turn-based tactical RPG that pulls you right into a mysterious apocalyptic setting full of intense tactical choices and narrative that keeps you invested from start to finish. You follow the journey of Elvis, a young man who can manipulate the dangerous Miasma in a journey to save his town. The combat system giving you plenty of time to strategize with every move, and it also offers an option for stealth approaches. You can sneak, pick your battles, and discover hidden rewards if you take time to explore the ever-evolving scenery.
You got this, Jade, come on!
Xenonauts revisits classic XCOM strategy in a Cold War setting, where the US and USSR face an alien invasion. You establish bases, track UFOs, and respond to limited reach in protecting regions. Gameplay relies on classic turn-based tactics and introduces a time unit system for each move. Unique to Xenonauts, the time unit slider lets players hold actions for defensive reactions against flanking aliens, which making each mission a careful management of resources and precision. Phoenix Point is a turn-based strategy game that brings some refreshing twists to the classic XCOM formula. The premise here is that humanity is up against a terrifying alien virus fusion that's mutated sea creatures and humans alike. Gameplay-wise, it doubles down on complexity with mechanics like time units, realistic bullet physics, and specific limb targeting. The game also replaces XCOM percentage-based hit chance with a visual spread indicator, so you will actually see your chances in action.
Kills confirmed. Phoenix, welcome home.
Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden is a unique blend of tactical combat and stealth gameplay, wrapped in a gritty post-apocalyptic world. Inspired by XCOM strategy, the game adds a twist by letting you explore areas in real time to set up ambushes. This shift between real-time exploration and turn-based fighting sets Mutant Year Zero apart. Instead of charging straight into a fight, you can quietly plan your approach, using stealth and the environment to get the drop on enemies. Gears Tactics takes a bold leap from its third-person shooter roots into the turn-based strategy realm. Unlike the typical Gears of War formula, Tactics scales back on grand strategic elements to focus heavily on tactical squad battles. It's like XCOM but with a unique twist of Gears' brutal up-close combat style. In this game, players control squads of up to 4 Gears and battle iconic locust enemies. The core mechanics feel smooth and has plenty of depth. Additionally, the Overwatch mechanic is an absolute game changer, especially when enemies are setting overlapping zones of fire.
I'm out! Flashware! Need ammo!
Phantom Doctrine is a turn-based tactics game with a Cold War spy thriller vibe, blending stealth, strategy, and suspense into a tactical RPG. You will assign agents to tasks across the globe, investigating enemy activities and piecing together intel on your enemies. Instead of rushing in guns blazing, you're sneaking through buildings, dodging guards, and setting up ambushes. Every mission demands tactical thinking, like sending in a disguised agent to slip past guards or positioning a sniper to cover the exit. Warhammer 40k Chaos Gate Daemonhunters is a brutal turn-based strategy game that is similar like XCOM but soaked in the grim 40k lore. You will play as the Grey Knights, a special class of space marines with psychic powers. One great thing about this game is that it does away with random hit rolls. If you are in range and have the line of sight, your attacks will hit. You won't lose a game-changing move because of a random percentage. Plus, the tactical layers just build as you level up your squad, adding new moves and abilities that can create some truly devastating combos. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is a turn-based tactics game that blends the worlds of Mario and the chaotic Rabbids. At first glance, the turn-based tactics might seem like a strange fit for the franchise, but the game surprises you with its absurd charm and engaging challenges. While most encounters may only take 5 to 10 minutes, some battles can stretch to an hour or more as you experiment with different team setups. And although a lot of difficulty comes down to trial and error, solving its tactical puzzles and pulling off impressive combos is satisfying. Valkyria Chronicles is a game that takes turn-based strategy to a whole new level with its unique blend of tactics and real-time action. Instead of just commanding your units from a bird's eye view, you actually control them in third person, zooming around the battlefield, lining up headshots, and dashing for cover. In this game, you've got limited action points, and you have to make each of them count. You will often find yourself replaying the completed missions to refine your approach until you nail that victory. Warhammer 40k Mechanicus is a game that takes the XCOM formula and adds its own bizarre twist. Set in the grim darkness of the far future, you are stepping into the shoes of the Adeptus Mechanicus, the tech-obsessed priest who treats science like a religious experience. Gameplay-wise, the combat is fast, fierce, and lethal right from the get-go. You manage a resources called cognition, which you earn by scanning things around the battlefield. This currency is crucial for taking extra actions or boosting your tech priest abilities.
Battle line squad ready.
Before we go to the top 5, let's check out some bonus games that I think you need to know as well. First, we have Warhammer 40k Battlesector. It is one of the closest representations to the actual Warhammer 40k in a video game. If you're not familiar with the tabletop games, it might be a bit challenging at first. The game has an interesting learning curve, but once you give it enough time to learn all the necessary mechanics, especially the skill upgrades, it will greatly improve your experience. Next, we have the Shadowrun series. This series is all about sci-fi RPG and turn-based combat. And if that doesn't remind you of XCOM, well, I don't know what will. The reason why I put it on the bonus is because the game has much more RPG elements like the exploration, many text conversations, all of that stuff, than its tactical aspect, which might not be a good thing for people who just want some quick action.
Coordinates received.
BattleTech is a turn-based tactical game that is rooted in a classic franchise that originated as a tabletop game. In this iteration, you control a customizable lance of 4 mechs. Each mech has 11 different sections, from limbs to torso, and you can customize armor and weapon placement on these parts. This setup enhances the tactical experience, allowing you to target specific components of enemy mechs. You can aim to disable their big guns or even take out the pilot by hitting the head.
Some heavy damage.
Marvel's Midnight Suns is a deck-building turn-based tactics game where the storyline involves the Dark Witch Lilith with plans to revive an even more dangerous god. In this game, the combat system is refreshing and quite different from what Firaxis is known for with its XCOM games. Each hero on a mission has a deck of 8 cards representing unique attacks and abilities, from Spider-Man's web attacks to Doctor Strange spells tornadoes. This feature keeps things unpredictable, and Firaxis wisely includes enough variety, so you're not locked into using the same moves in every battle. Jagged Alliance 3 is a turn-based strategy game that gets straight to the point with strategic challenges, squad building depth, and mission variety. The game takes the nostalgic vibes of the 90s and mixes them with modern gameplay elements. Not only that, the game's world map is huge, with over 100 unique areas to explore, and each has its own customized 3D battleground. There are even maps with no enemies, rewarding you for exploration with various hidden items.
I've claimed another. My skills as a huntsman are unmatched.
Wasteland 3 is a strategy CRPG set in the early 22nd century. You step into the shoes of 2 surviving members of Arizona's Desert Rangers, a law enforcement group that melts out west with sci-fi elements. In this game, combat feels familiar yet refined, drawing inspiration from both Wasteland 2 and XCOM series. The turn-based system allows you to control over the order in which characters engage. This mechanic makes it crucial to position your squad wisely, as a poorly timed assault can lead to devastating consequences.
You gonna cry now?
Before we go to the number 1, let us check some bonus games again. First, we have Othercide. Imagine if you're playing XCOM with gothic settings and vibes. The way they play it are not exactly similar, but in terms of punishing difficulty, you could say it's about the same. It also utilizes the roguelike mechanics that are popular to make things fresh every time you play, and give you the opportunity to try various tactical builds. Next, we have Colony Ship, a post-Earth RPG. I've talked about this game a couple of times before, and still I decided to mention it once again, because this game deserves more recognition. Colony Ship is basically a CRPG with XCOM style combat, and just like any CRPG, the game has so many RPG elements that might not be the best option for people looking for a quick action. But if you don't mind some long, exciting journey, I would say you have to try this game. There are massive waves of fantastic games in 2024, and Tactical Breach Wizards is definitely one of the elephants in the room. While marketed as an indie game, the overall gameplay design is top-notch. The reason why I put this game on the bonus instead of the actual list is because it doesn't play like your typical tactical RPG. It feels more like a combination between puzzle games and XCOM-like combat, which for some people who want a genuine battlefield setting might not gonna like it. But if you can take some weird approach on your gameplay, I would say this game is a must-have. Troubleshooter Abandoned Children is a tactical RPG set in a near-future megacity called Valhalla, where crime is rampant and chaos reigns. You play as Albus, a rookie who's just started his own troubleshooter company. Your job is tackling the crime wave while trying to navigate a messy conflict between police and gangs. However, this game is no walk in the park. The tutorial does a decent job onboarding you, but later on, you will find yourself juggling various systems that is complex yet rewarding to master. Alright boys, I think that's it for today. I know that there are other great XCOM-like games that I haven't mentioned yet, so how about sharing your best XCOM-like games that probably deserve the spot in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss another great list. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Peace.
You got this, Jade. Come on.